In this video, we are going to take a look at the chakras, which are like energy centers of our bodies. And I'm sure that many of you are familiar with it, with the concept of chakras. And I would like to draw one card for each chakra. There is 7 of them. And to do that, I decided to draw this shadow figure, which I know looks a bit weird and alienish, but I think for the purposes of this video, it's just good enough. So I'm going to draw as we go along. I'm going to draw each chakra with the appropriate color, and we're going to learn about the needs that have to be met if we want to lead a successful and balanced life. Each chakra represents an aspect of our living. It could be physical or spiritual, intellectual, emotional, just the whole package. And hopefully we're going to find out what we need to do to balance these things to achieve a more relaxed and hopefully more fulfilled life. But before we begin, I would like you to imagine that you are this figure. It looks like it's human. That's because it is human. It is the shadow of a human. So it could be anybody. It could be you. And it is you. It's your head, your neck, your shoulders, your arms, both of them, your hands, your torso, your tummy, your legs, your thighs, and your feet. So this is all of you. At least this is how you appear to be. But there is more to you than this. And right now, we want to see what's beyond the physical, what's beyond the material world, and the appearance of you. So we begin with the root chakra. And the root chakra is probably the most basic chakra that we have. It represents your basic needs, your survival, and basically what you need to go on living. And it's represented by the color red. Red is the color of vitality, of life, the color of blood, fertility. The root chakra is very important because it's like the foundation of who you are or who you experience yourself to be. And if you are familiar with the Maslow pyramid, then you know that unless you have the foundation of the pyramid, you cannot have a happy life. And the foundation is always your physical needs. It shows, the root chakra shows that you are a being of context. The root chakra grounds you in existence, in life. It really is the basis of who you are. And so, this is going to be an important card, I think. Let's see which one it's going to be. I feel that it's going to be this one. Oh God. It's the 5 of Pentacles, which is basically a card about physical needs and material lacking. So there is something lacking very important right now from your life to make you feel grounded. It tells me that you have problems that are very essential to your quality of life. And these problems, these issues, have to be dealt with first. So, to me it looks like at the foundation, at the core of your existence, there is a problem, an issue that you need to solve. It has to do with finances, or it has to do with health. Maybe you should choose a healthier lifestyle, or you should be more aware of your spending and more conscious of matters of, finance. So you have to be very careful, because to me it looks like you don't feel safe as of now. And on this card we see a beggar outside the church, and here's the church window with the 5 pentacles. But I also want to say that the 5s are always, in my opinion, a representation of possibility, a chance to improve. I always see the 5s, which are in 8 suit, negative cards. If you look at them in a conventional way, they are negative. They have negative meanings. But there are circumstances in life which are difficult, which are trying and mean a challenge to us. But those same situations can be used as inspiration to create something great, to improve ourselves. And I think that many of the great artists and entertainers and writers and such, and even scientists, had to endure trying times when they were lacking in basic needs. But as Louis C.K. once said, he's an American comedian and he's one of my favorites, and he said that once you were completely broke, meaning that you had no money at all, and you experienced that, then you know that it can't get any worse than that. And that gives you a kind of a sense of security, I guess, because you know that the worst that can happen to you is that you're going to get back to that state, and you have already been there. It's not unknown to you. So it makes it less frightening. So this is what we have for the root chakra. Now let's look at the sacral chakra, which represents our emotional balance and our libido as well. So this is also very important. It's maybe just as important as the root chakra, but it's more on the emotional side. So it has to do with your feelings and your relations to others. Now let's see what we get for this sacral chakra. And its color is orange. I really love orange. It's a very vitalizing color. I believe that colors have this ability to make us feel different. What do you think? Oops. All right. For the sacral chakra, the emotional balance card, we have the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is about self-defense. You see, in this picture, there is a bear coming to attack a man who has surrounded himself with wands, 9 of them, exactly. And it really is about being cautious and not giving out a lot of information about yourself. If you look at it from an emotional or social standpoint, it means that you are guarding yourself too much. You don't want to be attacked. And sometimes this fear of being exposed or being seen or being attacked is too strong for us to relax when we are with others. And I feel that the Nine of Wands also talks about paranoia to an extent. When I had this card in readings, it always signaled some sort of unnecessary fear. So this is maybe a bit too much, that you are sort of blocking yourself. You're trying to keep secrets from others. You're trying to hide your true self from others. And that's no way to live. So I think that maybe this whole thing is connected. So it might come from the Five of Pentacles. It might come from this problem that you experience at the root of your being. Maybe this is what has made you so closed up and suspicious of others. It's understandable, but you also need to realize that you can't do this forever. There are situations when you need to look out for yourself and you need to be very, very careful. But since this is in the emotional balance section, I would say that it talks about an overdoing of this self-defense or self-protecting. So maybe you're doing it too much. Now, let's take a look at the solar plexus. Okay, so this is meant to be yellow, of course, but because I've drawn this figure with brown and blue, it kind of looks like it's green, but it's yellow, believe me. It's yellow. Solar plexus. It's the chakra of self-actualization. It's your personal power. It's your will. It shows what you really want to do with your life. It shows what you want to do with your life. So this one's also very essential to happiness. Let's see what we have here. Which card is it gonna be? I feel drawn to shuffle the cards. I feel like I should do that. This is kind of a warning reading so far. It seems to me like it's warning you to change your ways. All right, here we go. I lay out the cards again. I spread them. And let's see, which one should I choose? Well, to be honest, it's not me choosing. It's you. Oh, God. Oh, wow. All right. It's... unfortunately, it makes a lot of sense, this reading. And it really is a warning. Now, this card is the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords shows a woman who's blindfolded and she's tied. And she's standing in the middle of nowhere with birds around and swords, of course. The Eight of Swords. And she seems like she's in a position where she has no power. And it feels like you feel powerless. You feel like you have no voice. You have no say in what's going to happen to you. But it's an illusion. It's a very strong illusion, but it's only an illusion. You have to wake up from this trance that you were put in, or that you put yourself into, because being a victim that you feel like you are right now is your choice. You have all the power to change this position. The ties aren't too tight. You can anytime just set yourself free. It all depends on you. You don't depend on anybody. And also, you can't count on anybody to will. It's your task to make yourself want things, to will yourself to do things. Nobody can do that for you. Only you can do that. And you must do that, because the birds are coming. Okay, next one is the heart chakra. I will going to make this real big. I hope that this is where the solution lies. The heart chakra is green, which you may find a bit strange, since traditionally you or we associate the matters of the heart with the color red or pink. But here it's green. But green is a wonderful color. It's very adaptive, very flexible, and it's close to nature. Green is the color of nature. Just like love is, because the heart chakra is about unconditional love and the ability to give and receive. Both are very important, very much so. So let's see what we get for that. This card is coming up strongly for me. Let's see what it is. Oh my god. It looks like you're a mess. I'm sorry. We all are. We all are. I think I'm gonna shuffle the cards again after this. Well, what could be more appropriate than to get a heart for the heart chakra? And the heart has 3 swords in them. So there are these swords stabbing the heart, which is, I think it's universal. It's really easy to understand. It looks like you have some issues around love. Somebody has hurt you. Somebody has made your heart bleed, which is, it's tragic, but it happens to all of us from time to time. And sometimes we are carrying old wounds which are not healed yet, and we forget about them, but they are still there, and they stand in the way of us improving and evolving. So I feel like that in the past there was an event, a very unfortunate event, that really hurt you, that really changed you and maybe made you the closed up person that you are right now. You may find it difficult to connect with others because of this. And I just want to say that it's not your fault that you've been hurt. It happens to all of us. It happens to everybody to some extent. Everybody experiences pain. We all go through this. And the fact that you had this happen to you means that you are human. And it connects you, even though right now you feel very isolated because of this, from your family or your friends, those who don't understand what's going on in you right now. Even though it seems like you're separated by this accident, the truth is that on a deeper level you are connected to all humans because of this. If you weren't able to experience heartache and pain and sorrow, if you weren't able to experience loss and grief, then that would mean that you are not human and that you are not part of the community of mankind, but you are. And because of this tragedy, this tragic event that you have experienced, in the future you will be able to connect more easily or more meaningfully with those who have also experienced loss and heartache. Okay, let's continue with the throat chakra, which is a chakra for communication. It's your voice, your personal voice. It's the way you can express yourself to others, the way you can express your feelings, your thoughts, your ideas, your plans. It helps you connect with others more easily. And this one is associated with the color blue, and it's in the throat, surprisingly. So right now we are going to see what we can do to make ourselves communicate more efficiently or with more passion and more honesty. Sometimes I find that it's really hard to be genuine with others when you have so much on your mind, so many things troubling you. When you're talking to somebody, you're not really there. You don't really talk to that person. You are projecting ideas and fears onto them. And that is a problem. That might be a problem for you based on the cards that I have picked so far for you. But don't worry, we're gonna see. If we can solve this together. To be honest with you, the cards that I have picked so far, I feel like they are, in a way, representing me. I've had these problems, and it feels familiar. Maybe you have the same issues, I don't know. Or maybe I've done this reading for myself. Or maybe we are all one with the same issues, the same fears and anxieties. Who knows? Well, let's see which card comes up for this. Alright, finally something positive. I really like the Page of Pentacles because to me it always signals the beginning of something new, like a new skill or a new ability that is going to develop inside of you, begins here and now. So to me this suggests that communication is the key to your problems, to all of your problems that have been listed in this video so far. And to be a better communicator, you need to approach this as a student approaches a new field that they need to study. So you need to really study this and to stay with it and practice it. Practice makes perfect. It really does. So if you want to communicate more or in a more efficient way, I suggest that you look up books or articles or basically any material that can help you improve this skill, because it can be learned. This card suggests that it can be acquired. It's a skill that can be acquired. And all you need to do is be patient and be determined to get it. Wow. I really like this message. It's very inspiring. Let's move on to the next chakra, which is the third eye chakra inside the head of our friend. It's purple. Purple is the color of the divine, of imagination and creativity. I really like purple. It's one of my favorite colors. Now, let's see what we can do to improve our intuition and our creativity. The third eye is all about creation, creativity. It has to do with your ability to attract better circumstances into your life, to create the life that you desire. And as we go higher up on the scale of chakras, we get closer and closer to the highest chakra, which is going to be the crown chakra. I'm sure you have heard of it already, which represents our relationship to God, to the divine, to the universe. And so as we get higher and higher, it gets more and more important to understand how we can use these energies to improve our life. So let's see which card is going to help us become more spiritual and more clear on what we want and how we can achieve it. Okay, I think this card really wants to come out. Wow, interesting. It's a card in reverse and it's the Death card. So I think I'm starting to see more clearly now. I'm starting to understand what's going on with all the negative cards and everything. I think that the situation that you are in right now is about a change that is held back. You should have made the step long ago. You should have done something, and you can still do it, but you are afraid to do it. You don't want to accept that certain parts of your life have to go. You don't want to accept that a part of your personality or your ego is useless. Something, it could be a job, a relationship, or any kind of personal circumstance that is holding you back, which you need to get rid of, but you don't want to because you are just afraid of the unknown. Death really is about the unknown, stepping into unknown territory and letting go. It's always scary to let go of ourselves, but we have to find the strength to do it. And to tell you the truth, it will happen anyway. So you can't, like Tom Waits says, you can't hold back spring. It's going to happen anyway. It's going to come for you, death. But you don't have to take this literally, of course. It's not the death of your body, your physical self, but it's the death of who you think you are. It's the death of certain parts of your persona, which are represented by your environment. So there's something that has to change, but you are fearful of making that change, and it's understandable. But once you find the courage and okay, I'm sorry, I had some problems with the memory card. It was full, but now let's go back to where we were with the crown chakra, and I'm just going to go with that card that wants to come. I think it's this one. Wow! Oh my god! What an intense reading! It's really strange, very special, I would say. So here we have the Tower. It's a card that comes up very rarely, and it's a very, very special card in that it signifies brutal and radical change. It's very interesting to see that the crown, the top of the tower, is being is exploding and it's being hit by lightning. So this to me suggests that there has to be something that is the issue between you and God. You have something against God, almost, I would say. So you have some problems with spirituality. And it's not in the biblical sense. I wouldn't say that. You have a problem with God, with a Christian God, or the God of any religion, but you have a problem with what's beyond what you can see with your eyes. Maybe I would say that it's that your beliefs have been shaken. You stopped believing what you used to believe, and therefore there is a lot of chaos and disturbance in your life right now. And you have to face yourself. You have to find a way to reconnect with that part of yourself, which we can call God or divine self or the universe or whatever. You have to find a way to reconnect with that sacred energy within you, to get back to the right path, to find your way back to where you were. But you can't go on the same route. You can't make the same mistakes, and you can't try the same method that you have tried before, because it looks like it didn't work. So you need to gather yourself together and stand up and dust yourself off and start again. The Tower is a very intense, a very dramatic card. I really like it. Although, like we have seen in this reading, it can cause a lot of trouble when you look at your everyday life, your everyday existence. It can make things difficult. But at the same time, there is a beauty in the destruction of useless things. And I think that there were some structures in you, mental structures or beliefs that were invalid or not genuine, and they were destroyed. And right now you are just really trying to find yourself and your own way in this mess. And to me, it looks like communication is going to be the key, one of the keys. But I think I've said almost everything, except for maybe this card. And in connection to this one, the Crown Chakra card, I would say that it has to do with having confusingly many choices. So you feel like you don't know the right way, and you can't feel it in your heart. You have lost your intuition, and you want to believe others to show you the way. But the truth is that you can only live your own life, and you can only be content if you find a way back to your sacred core, which is the Crown Chakra, represented by the Crown Chakra. So there is a very strong message to to look inward and try to find the center of your spirituality, the center of who you really are as a divine being. Because otherwise, the other layers, your more mundane layers of living, won't be okay either, unless you find your divine purpose, so to say. You will never be able to live an organized and successful life. So all these have to be aligned, and this very chaotic and confusing state of anarchy that you are in right now is going to pass. But what you have to do is you have to listen to your intuition stronger than ever. I see this as a journey back to who you really, really, really are inside. And there are all these symptoms showing that you have chosen a fake path, a path of someone else. And there is still a chance to get back to where you started out from, to become who you genuinely are inside. But that's going to take some work, of course. But I wish you good luck with it, because this is why we are here on Earth, to make mistakes and learn from them, and to evolve as beings of the universe. Thank you for watching, and I wish you good luck with the whole thing, and I hope you enjoyed this video. See you next time.